This story is relatively short. Houston, Texas, y'all taking another L. These two idiots that you guys see on my screen have done something to little babies. These babies didn't stand a chance. Let me give you a disclaimer about my content. I'm going to keep this real short and brief. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. Houston, oh Houston, we have yet another damn problem. And I'm getting this article from abc13.com, so thank you for the article. Charges have been filed against a man and a woman in connection to the death of twin infants, and I was lucky enough to find one video that featured the actual babies, which is right here. I didn't want to try to Photoshop a picture. It was just going to take me too long to put it together, but you can at least see these are beautiful, cute little bitty twin babies. Look exactly alike. Beautiful little babies. These idiots by the name of Angelina Belinda Calderon and Fernando Vega, both of them are 21 years old, are charged with 2 counts each of injury to a child, serious bodily injury. And thank y'all to those who email me, the afcmatters@gmail.com. They usually will send me news articles. Don't send videos, send the news articles. I can see these much easier and just talk about this. Houston Police Department patrol officers responded to a home in the 2100 block of Linden Creek Lane regarding 2 infants, which relatives identified as Masael and Morena Vega. I'm going to spell those names, so if y'all have a better photo, maybe somebody can share it with me at the afcmatters@gmail.com. Masael, M-A-S-S-A-I-L, and Morena, M-I-R-E-N-A, Vega, V-E-G-A, who were found unresponsive. According to documents, the child's father, identified as Vega, found them in their crib not breathing. While on the phone with dispatch, Vega was given instructions on how to perform CPR, but the twins, who were born prematurely, did not survive. And I know y'all are wondering, how did these kids die? How did they actually pass away? Why are the parents being arrested? Well, let's explain that. Vega, in an interview, said that the twins were fussy throughout the night and he put them in a bassinet where they had fallen asleep. The children's mother, identified as Calderon, says she saw the babies the following day and did not wake them because she was on her way to work, documents said. Vega then took Calderon to work before returning home, where he found the twins. Officials say that the babies were 5 weeks old. Police said that the children were found laying on the sofa with discolored skin and multiple bruises and contusions. Abuse. Abuse. Oh, excuse me. One child had multiple fractures. An autopsy determined these children died from multiple injuries caused by a blunt object. They were beaten with something to death. It was also found that the twins hadn't received checkups since being released from the hospital, charging documents said. Calderon then told police the twins had been sick, but they did not seek medical care, which would be definitely a form of neglect. Further investigation revealed Calderon and Vega as suspects, who were both arrested on Friday, April 19th, without incident. Calderon's sister told Eyewitness News, "She is one of the best mothers I know." And look, I'm going to tell you, her name, I don't see her name. Let me tell you, ma'am, you're stupid, okay? The sister, you're stupid. Let me tell you why you're stupid. There are dead babies. Both of these idiots are responsible, allegedly. And before you even find that out, you're going to say that she's innocent and she was a good mother. You're stupid, okay? Want to let you know that. All right? Now, let's keep going. Later that day, she said her sister exclaimed through tears, "I don't know what he did to them." Multiple family members tell Eyewitness News that Vega was abusive towards Calderon. Not that it matters, because you stayed in a relationship with him. You chose to be there. You chose not to leave. You chose to have kids. That's your bed. You laid in it. And I don't feel sympathy like that. If you're in an abusive relationship, your ass shouldn't be there, and you definitely shouldn't be producing kids by an abusive person, allegedly. 2 weeks ago, court documents show that he was arrested for unlawfully restraining her. While Calderon's aunt doesn't believe she physically harmed the children, she does think she should be held accountable for what else investigators found. Police say that both girls were malnourished and some of their injuries were days or even weeks old. Let me give you guys the fair usage. If y'all think I'm being harsh, I want y'all to remember those twins, remember their faces, and think about what these fools put them through. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. If y'all would do me a favor, help me out, hit that thumbs up, share this story. I want more people to hear it. Let's engage in some dialogue and figure out how can we convince these people to stop murdering, hurting, and abusing children.
Well, the parents of infant twins who died in October.
And let me say this, with them both being 21 years of age, they're too young to be producing children, especially men. Men under the age of 30 should not be parents. In my humble opinion, they're better suited mentally and financially to be parents after the age of 30. That is a statistical fact. Not to say that it's impossible, not all, but it would be better if we had people that were ready to have children.
Well, the parents of infant twins who died in October have now been charged in connection to their deaths. These two right here, Angelina Calderon and Fernando Vega, face 2 counts of injury to a child with serious bodily injuries. KPRC2's Rowan Belogan joining us live tonight from the Harris County Jail with what he is hearing from the Vega family. Rowan.
Brittany, I spoke with Fernando Vega's brother, who shared with me at the time we spoke that they had just finished speaking with their attorney. They weren't yet ready to go on camera as they let this whole process work through the legal system as they deny the allegations against their family member.
Houston police charging the parents of 2 infant twins in connection to their deaths. Documents reveal disturbing allegations against Angelina Calderon and Fernando Vega. Records show last October, Vega dropped Calderon off at work. When he returned, he found the twins unresponsive in their bassinets. Vega told investigators he and another family member unsuccessfully performed CPR. The documents state he called Calderon and told her, quote, "They are not waking up, they're not doing nothing." An autopsy reveals both infants had a list of injuries, including being malnourished, dehydrated with several contusions, bruises, and more. The doctors who performed the autopsy told detectives the twins were, quote, "intentionally inflicted, not accidental in nature," and that the caretaker for the complainants would and should have noticed the above listed injuries and sought medical care.
Now, both remain in jail at this hour under a $750,000 bond each. Both are scheduled to appear in court Monday morning.
I mean, it's horrible.
Now, this is actually the video. It's a little bit stretched out. Let me see if I can correct this a little bit. But this is where I found the picture of the twins.
Horrifying. It's horrifying. I couldn't imagine.
Just 5 weeks old, the girls Misael and Marina were found dead at their Southeast Houston home October 4th. According to charging documents, their skin was discolored, they had multiple bruises, and one girl had fractures. An autopsy concluded they died from multiple blunt force injuries. At the time, the girls' dad claimed he left them with his grandmother while taking their mother to work. But Calderon's grandmother tells us her granddaughter is also innocent, and Calderon's sister describes her as one of the best mothers she knows. Multiple family members say Vega was abusive toward Calderon, and 2 weeks ago, he was arrested for unlawfully restraining her. But Calderon's aunt says she should be held to account for what else investigators found. Both girls malnourished, and some of their injuries days or even weeks old.
And again, my humble opinion, I know it's not all, and I know there's a lot of people who had kids in their 20s, but I will say this, and I mean what I say. Men under the age of 30 years old should not have children. And these two fools at the age of 21 definitely shouldn't have had children. They can't even barely take care of themselves while they're producing kids. Shouldn't be parents. And I can almost guarantee you, as much as they trying to say that he was abusive to her, they were both probably childish and probably argued a lot. No reason they should have been having children at all. But I think that they need to work that type of thing out. I know that domestic violence, I've definitely had these conversations with many women that feel certain ways about it. I just believe that at the first sign of someone being physical, overly demonstrative, argumentative, or anything like that, your ass needs to get out of it. But I just think that we have to start being held more accountable as adults when you put yourself in certain positions or choose to deal with situations. So if you choose to deal with a bad boy or somebody who's considered to be, you know, these players, these thugs, these gangbangers, whatever it is, these bad boys that these women like, that I'm just saying part of this comes with the territory, and understand that you should be paying attention to the signs. Make a good decision, all right? RIP to those twins, so much so. Let me see if I can get those babies back up on the screen. Because those beautiful babies could have grown up to become anything. Ladies, RIP. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Let's have a dialogue about this. Thank you. Yeah, the best mother, get GTFO, get the F out of here, H. Let me know what you guys think.